yo, Ran, turn that up. Turn that up.
A lot of y'all don't even try, too many be giving up too soon. A lot of these bitches be dialed up and love to play with your heart like it's voodoo. And shout out to my soldiers that stuck from the start, I'm forever grateful, I salute you. Cause a lot of these niggas contaminated, gotta stay away, they pollution. And no, I don't stay with the savages, labor fuck with us and they can get gruesome. I ain't got time to be bragging today, I got baggage to make, don't make me lose it. I swear I'm a wizard with all of this shit, look how I put the fire in music. I had to go put the diamonds on my neck, I was never the cool kid. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. Ooh, I flex, cause I built it up from nothing, you would think I'm playing Tetris. And when I slide, oh my God, slide, we so electric. Got it lit in this bitch and now I feel like I'm Thomas Edison. I don't got feelings, so fuck how you feeling, it's on to the next one. I hit the gas, I do the dash, I had a jet. No jet skis, but I'ma stay wavy, I'ma do my best, mom. I want my new whip to have no keys so I can finesse on them. A lot of y'all don't even try, too many be giving up too soon. A lot of these bitches be dialed up and love to play with your heart like it's voodoo. And shout out to my soldiers that stuck from the start, I'm forever grateful, I salute you. Cause a lot of these niggas contaminated, gotta stay away, they pollution. I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn. And I flex, because I can. And I flex, don't give a damn.
Up, y'all? What's up? Hang on, let me clean this camera off. Anyhow, what's up, y'all? We working today. I'm trying this on StreamYards because I'm actually doing it on 2 channels. So we're gonna be doing some lights, man. Check this house out. This house. We put some lights up on this house. I'm doing this for my DIY electrical channel. Customer of mine. If y'all can hear me, man, put a 1 in the chat. MCC, Melvin, Prank Pants. Someone put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can hear me, see me if everything's good, because I was having trouble trying to do this mobile. I've never done StreamYards mobile. What's truth? What's up? So anyways, we're going to do this, put these lights up. I better quit doxing my van. See that? It's really bright out here, man. It's like 75 degrees in Texas. About to be 80 something. Check this house out over here. Freaking monster, dude. Can y'all see that good? Right on. All right, so I'm gonna walk you down here. Y'all ain't gonna see me for a minute. You're gonna hear me, but you ain't gonna see me. So down here it's a little shady. I'll try to put it in a shady spot so you ain't gonna get all that sun. But this is the customer. So this is one of my old customers. They used to live in a smaller house, but they moved to this one couple years back. I did a whole bunch of work in this house, trying to get my tripod set up. So here a second, y'all. Here we go. Okay. So let me get you out of the sun. Here we go. Still in the sun, kind of, right? There we go. That better? That's better. So we're gonna be hanging these lights here. There's like there's three of them out here, and then there's four out back, and then we're gonna be hanging some other ones like this light here. Hey, you guys still with me? Having trouble. There we go. What up on that? Live streaming today. So anyhow, y'all talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I gotta go get some tools, my little step stool, and then we're gonna get to work. All right, I'm back. All right, Frank Pants, wait, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. All that good stuff. Oh, should I put this up higher? Maybe I'll take this up higher. Hang on a second. All right, there you go. That's a little higher. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna check this shit out, get this shit rolling. Look, I'll tell you guys something, man. Wait till I get around back. Wait till you see this backyard. You guys are gonna be like, holy crap! Backyard at this house is awesome. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta remember, make sure the switch is off. But we'll do that. Also, probably you'll probably end up seeing little geckos, little lizards behind these lights. That's why I always get little lizards in here. So if you see me jump a little bit, it's only because they freak me out when I first see them. And I'm not scared of them. See, we use our little We use the Widowmaker just to make sure there's no voltage up here. So I know that the switch is off. So we're good. And these are pretty cut and dry. It's pretty cut and dry when it comes to these lights. Just they're hot. No, yeah, black, white, brown, pretty cut and dry. The other ones would be the same. Just take them down like that. That's that. Let me put you up here and show you. So, at an angle because there's a bush right here. So that's that. You just take it apart like that. Welcome in, Tip. I see you. Wow. Ain't no one awake, man. What's going on? Farlap, are you still in here? Hey, Farlap, are you in here still? What's up, Tip? Wow. I guess I should have looked at my other phone. I don't know. Am I live on both my channels? Farlap, am I live on Light Up Your Life and Topher Life? Can you check for me real quick just to make sure? Okay, thanks, Farlap. You sure are. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tip. Thank you, Farlap. I just wanted to make sure. Morning, morning, top of the morning to you. Okay, so this is the bracket for the lights. The only thing that I don't like about putting outdoor lights on, what sucks here, they're usually glass. Ah, they're usually glass like these ones are. You shit your pants. What's up, AFA? Heather. So they're usually glass like this, and I hate putting them up with the glass in it, man, because you always have that. You can drop it, break it, smash it against the wall, break it, whatever. That's why I don't like putting. I hate these for that reason. So what you have to do, because if you look at this bracket, so if you look at the back of here, see it's got two little holes, one there and one on the other side over here. Okay, so that's what the mounting. So they didn't put the screws on this bracket yet. So what you have to do is take this bracket. I'll show you. You got to take the bracket and line up which screw holes line up. Then when you find that, you got to put the light back down. And so in the bag, they give you the screws with the mounting screw nuts. So take those out. You gotta take the mounting nut. See, that's the mounting nut. You take the mounting nut off. And here's another big thing. That's why I always like this little step stool, because it's got a little thing in here to where you can put stuff and it don't fall out. Because the biggest thing I always have with them mounting nuts is I lose them. I drop them, and then you're always doing it outside, so you're always by a bunch of leaves and just yard foliage, and then it's just hard to find them all the time. I actually, any lights that I take down that have decent ones on them, I take the lights down. I'll take those little nuts and I'll put them in my little little container in my van where I keep a lot of just miscellaneous stuff, just so I have them for the next time. So what you do, you just see, I got them screws in. You just thread them in. You got threaded holes on this bracket. Screw them in, but you don't tighten them. So here's the key to doing these lights. You screw these in, but you don't tighten them. Okay. And then when you get up here and this thing is universal, so it's got all kinds of different holes, so you can set it all kinds of different ways. But on that light, as you see, these two screws have to be straight across from one another. So what I do, put it up in there, get your wires out. Like I said, make sure your switch is off or your circuit's off, whatever you want to do. Okay. So that looks about straight across from each other. Screws put the screws, boom. Like I said it before in my other videos, for my small stuff, the small drill that I carry around, I use a Milwaukee 12-volt impact, drill impact. This is the best thing because it's light. And this is what I carry around just doing lights and uh, outlet switches and stuff like this. This thing is great. But when I'm drilling holes and stuff, I use my big I have a rigid impact and a rigid drill. So, all right, so now we got to go to this thing. See, and this is the biggest part. This is what I don't like right here. And I like to take the bag, if they got a bag, and put it on the bottom of here. See? Because what happens is it likes the black likes to rest on the brick here. See? When it does that, you'll scratch it up if you ain't careful. So you get your wires already. See, there's a green ground screw. Just hang on. I should put that ground wire in there. I see a nick, so there's a nick in this hot wire too. I can see it right there. So I'm gonna fix that with some tape before we get too far. So the ground wire, I'll push it back in the box because it's There you go. Okay. Let me go grab some tape real quick so I can tape this spot. Okay. What's up, Brandon? So, like I said, I seen the nick in this hot wire here. So probably someone nicked it, putting it back in the box against one of these brackets before. So we're just gonna make sure that it's safe. Put some electrical tape around it to make sure it doesn't blow it out. We don't need this much of it hanging out. So we're gonna push these back in as far as we can. Okay, there we go. All right, now. Putting a piece of tape in this plastic right around this real quick. Because I don't want it to bang up against the wall. I don't want it to bang up against the wall and scratch it, so I put plastic around it and taped it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ground. It's got a ground wire right here. And you got to be careful doing this because sometimes it doesn't work. But there's a ground screw right here on the bracket. Yeah. And I like to put that ground wire from the light there. Tighten it up. Don't crank tighten it, but just tighten it up snugly like that. And then see, I can release the light. Then I don't have to hold the light up. So the ground, and I always leave a tail because you need to hook the ground up. So grounds, put the grounds together like so. And the other two wires are right here, neutral and your hot. White is your neutral. The white is your neutral. Here we go. I'm using the wire nuts that they have still on here because they're still decent wire nuts, so they should be fine. If not, I mean, I got wire nuts in the van. I'll go out and get them. Make sure it's tight. Make sure you pull them. Make sure they don't come out. Push them far into the box and take the light. Okay, so you guys see the problem here? So here's the problem. These screws aren't long enough. Okay. for this light. So we had to reverse, do what we did, unhook the wire, unhook the ground, unhook the hot. Okay. Always put your wire nuts back on, you guys. Okay. And we got to take this ground off it, back off of the bracket. So just loosen this green screw up a little bit. Unwrap your wire. And then take the light off. That's simple. Yeah, man. I'm trying to give good tips for the corner. So let me show you guys what happened. Wires out. Okay. So what happened is those two screws that we put in earlier in this bracket aren't long enough when you put it tight to this box because of the brick. See how the brick kind of sits out and pops out in different spots. So it's not long enough. So what we got to do is you got one of two choices. You either got to get longer screws for this, or you got to build that out to where this bracket sits off of the box. So you had to put spacers in here and stuff like that and build this bracket off the box a little bit. So when you put the light up here, you can screw the little knobs on that pull the light tight. Okay. What I'm going to do is I just bought a whole bunch of brand new screws. So I'm going to go grab a couple screws and we're going to put some new screws in this, some longer ones, because I got some longer ones. See? Sound like a plan, Stan? I hope so. So I'll be right back. Oh, I suggest if you're ever at Home Depot and you're doing lights in your house, go buy this pack. 632s and 832s are electrician screws. Electrician screws, that's like what electricians use the most. See, that one's not long enough either. So, these might be 832s. Hang on, I might have to go get my 832. Okay. So these are the 832s. Same looking thing. They just say 832s right there. Um, that's what you need mostly for electrician work, lighting and stuff. Is 832s and 632s. Every now and again, you will run into these are way too long. Every now and again, you'll run into what's up, Desert Goat? What's up, Dill? Um, every now and again, you'll run into in lighting, you'll run into eight or 1024s. I'm sorry, trying to think of what I was trying to say. So 1024s. Usually, when you're dealing with ceiling fans, some of the ceiling fan brackets that hold the ceiling fan to the ceiling will be 1024s. But those are so few and far between. So if you just keep a few 1024 screws around, and you should be able to do any lighting in your house, uh, like as in hanging lights or anything like that. That's a rule of thumb. Like I said, 832, 632s. Those are the electrician screws. You can buy that assortment pack with different lengths at Home Depot. I think that pack is like $8 per $8 or $7 per pack. What's up, 357? 357 to tell you it's hot out here. So if you guys are wondering why I'm sweating, 357 is in San Antonio, so I know it's a little hotter there. Uh, oh, I hope I didn't dox you, 357. Everybody knows where you're at. You've told people. Um, oh, yeah, it's hot right now. It's like 80 some degrees right now today. It's gonna be a hot one. Hot boy. It's a hot boy. Oh, I replaced those screws with some longer ones. Now we put it in. Put everything back together the way we had it. Like I said, for you guys coming in, uh, I like to keep the plastic around so that way it doesn't mar up. As you can see already on this piece of plastic, see how it's starting to rip right there. That's where it was touching the brick. So that's why I keep the plastic on so it doesn't scrape the light all up. Put the ground on, like I said, on that little screw that's on the bracket. Give it a little snugging up like that. Now you got to be careful sometimes because the cheaper lights, um, they will that ground on the light coming from the light to the box there. Sometimes it has a little eye hook on it. Sometimes that ground to pull out that eye hook. You got to be careful. You can't always hang them like this. But these are more expensive lights. These are a little bit more expensive, so they're put together a little bit better than the other lights, like some little cheap Home Depot lights. These aren't cheap little Home Depot lights that they bought. These are decent lights. So, like I said, y'all, it's simple simplicity, black to the black, which is the hot, and then white to the white, which is the neutral. A little tug on them on the wires going to the light. to make sure they don't come out of the wire nuts. Pick this up. See, now we got some sticking out. So before I do that, let me set it back down without scratching it all up. You get your little knobs, and this is where I usually lose the knobs. What's up, Angel? You change your name back? Put the little knobs on. So get one on and get one started, and you should be able to let go of it. Because, like I said, that's the biggest thing is these knobs right here. The little knobs that hold it on right there. My fingers. They're a pain in the ass. Put this on. Uh-oh. Ah, so that plastic I put on just saved me, guys. Like I said, I lose these. I drop these all the time. And that little plastic I put on just saved me because it fell. I dropped it, of course, and the plastic caught it. So now, on the next slide, I'm gonna give you a tutorial on something. So these ones have a like a flathead spot where you can tighten them, make sure they're tight. And what you do, just tighten them up to the brick. What sucks about the state of Texas here, these houses around here, is that they like to use this limestone brick fronts and outsides, and it actually makes it hard. So if you see there's gaps in here, so when I'm done, I'll have to go back around all these lights. Probably use I don't have the power off though. See that? I don't have the power off. I have powers on. I just have the switch off. So I always like to stand back and look at it. So that's cool. That's good. I think it just needs to turn just a tad bit. Like I said, I just put this plastic on here so I didn't bar it up. Pull it down. So when I'm done with all these lights, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll probably have to go to, what's up, Had? I'll probably have to go to Home Depot and buy more caulk because I only got one tube. But I'll probably go to 2, 3 tubes. But all them gaps right there, I'll caulk around all them with some clear silicone because you don't want, the bugs and water and all that getting in there. So, and we take this out. There's a piece of foam. Take it out of there like that. You grab a light bulb. And the customer is using LED Edison bulb type. Another big myth, you don't have to crank a light bulb in, man. You only have to snug it up, guys. Don't crank them in. You'll find out you crank them in, and then you'll be calling an electrician later. When a couple more bulbs go out, you'll be calling an electrician talking about this light don't work at all. Look at that. Can you guys see it? It's on. I'll get closer to it. I don't know if the sun, but it's on. It's working. If you know what that means, I did everything right. So we're going to move on up to this one. You guys see that? Or do I need to tilt you back some? There we go. Okay, here I am. I'm back. What's up, Trinity? So, like I said, yeah, these ones are pretty much the same. Like I said, y'all, don't laugh at me if I jump if there's a little lizard or gecko behind here, and it ain't because I'm scared of them, because I actually have a gecko at home. My kids just bought me a crested gecko just because they felt like buying me one, I guess. So I actually have a gecko at home, but these little gecko lizards here in Texas, what it is they freak me out because you pull the light off and then they take off moving. And it looks like there might be one in here. He might be dead though. He might be alive. He might be dead. I can't tell. He's not moving right now, but he's not moving now. But he looks like he's alive. But he could be dead. He could just. I find him dead in these things all the time. These light boxes. Yeah, I find them dead in these light boxes all the time. So okay, this is what I want to show you guys because a lot of people don't realize this either. So the reason why on that last light I told you don't tighten them screws up that hold that light up, right? You don't tighten them up like that one is. See how that one's all tight up against the bracket? You leave a little slack on them. I mean, you don't need to leave that much, but you don't tighten them up. Because what happens is put the light up here, and these stick out the light, right? You take the little knobs, you put them on there, you start tightening. When the knob dead ends, even if that thing's sticking out like this far, when the knob dead ends into there, guess what? It starts turning the screw back. So it's still pushing the light back and you're putting the tension on the light. But you got to make sure that you have this in the box to where these can move freely inside the box and they're not on something in the box where they're not going to be able to move freely or you won't be able to do that. Always stand in a bucket of water. Yeah, probably. I mean, you could if you won't, right? But that's, so that's a little bit of learning right there. A little bit of teaching from the Yeah. Yeah, I've had not tarantula. I haven't seen a tarantula yet, desert goat, since I've been down here. But I have seen big wolf spiders, man, probably about that big, and I've had that. So, but anyway, like I said, so when you put these in, see this bracket's kind of raised from these lights. But that round bracket, when I get the other light out, I'll show you that round bracket. You have to make sure that the box isn't in a position to where these will get stopped. Because if they will, then you'll fight with them. And then you got to make them to length, exactly the length. But like I put those longer screws in that other one, and all I did is once they started tightening up, then I just drew it back even further. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how it is, dude. Just gotta. A lot of this is common knowledge, dude. If you're mechanically inclined at all, so a lot of doing electrical, this kind of electrical, I mean, there's a lot of shit you need to know when you're doing commercial and when you're running wire and you know what I mean, like you're wiring the house and all that. But I mean, if you're just hanging lights and fans and things like that, I mean, if you're mechanically inclined, is what I call it. That's what I've always called it. That's because I used to be a mechanic too. Um, Everybody knows that because my name's Toe for Life. But um, yeah, if you're mechanically inclined, you can just look at most of this stuff. You can just look at most of this stuff and figure it out. Like you don't need me to stand here and tell you about it all. But some people don't know, and some people might want to learn. Yeah, they tell you, Goat. I've got up in a couple attics here in Texas and seen some snake skins. Oh no. Yeah, give me I see a snake skin in an attic, bro, and I'm on high alert. And if I even see or resemble anything like a snake moving around in the attic, that's it. I ain't doing the work. Call somebody else or you better call an exterminator first. No, hell no. Nope. I don't play around with no snakes. I don't like rats and mice either, but I mean, they're always you always see rat feces and mice feces in people's attic. Even the cleanest houses, you'll see rat and mite feces in their attics and things like that, dude. And I mean, that's just a common thing. I've never really seen like a rat or a mouse take off or anything in an attic. I'm sure they have around me. Yeah, see a snake skin someone else. That's the good thing. Here's the good thing about Texas is a lot of the houses don't have, or a lot of houses around me where I work don't have crawl spaces underneath. There is a few that do, and fuck that crawl spaces with scorpions and shit like that. I'm good, brother. I am cool, man. Not me. Well, this little guy in this little gecko that I seen here, I told you guys about. He's not a live one. He did. He probably died in that freeze we had. You guys didn't hear. Uh, Central and Southern Texas got hit with a big time freeze and did a lot of damage to trees and people's yards and stuff like that. It froze for a while, some days. You'll see in this backyard, and I'll show you out front the big pile of trees that they got, but they've already cleared out most of this backyard, but there's still like some stuff in this backyard. This backyard's bad though. Wait till you see this thing. I remember when the guy first got this house and we started working on it, and I went in that backyard and I was like, holy crap, backyard is bad. There's a basketball court back there. Just gonna leave it there. Just gonna let y'all know that there's a basketball court in this backyard. Basketball court, swimming pool. Okay. Definitely a kid-friendly house. They got a couple kids. They got a couple of, I think all daughters. I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna wrap this stick on here and leave it on here at least for now. Quick piece of tape around it just to hold it up there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There's that. There's that. No, man, but that would be pretty crazy, Angel. Yeah, that would be pretty nuts. So I'm gonna take the ground again. I'm gonna wrap around the ground screw on the bracket here. Put a little snugness on it. Not a lot, just a little, just to hold it. There it is. You'll be able to let go of the light. Need to tighten this screw up that bracket. Just tap it through. Okay. So here's the ground. Wired up for the ground. Just use one of these small wire nuts because the ground's always bare wire anyway. Well, usually, not always, but usually. So put that in the box. White on the white, black on the black, cut the dry off. On, tighten them up, give them a little tug at the end, make sure. Right. Okay. Right up there like that. If you look, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me get one of these started. I'll show you. Started held up here. I'll bring you in closer. What in the hell is that all about, C4T? So, anyways, if you look right here, I don't know if you can see how much of that thread sticking out on there. Once I screw that nut on there, I know the sun's in there, and you guys, I'm trying to keep you out of the sun. So once I screw that stud on there, or that little nut on there, and then nut bottoms out, then it'll take the threads and it'll just keep on screwing it back in, and that lighter. Yeah, you crazy better go. Especially if it's a damn rattlesnake or something. Bro, you crazy as hell. I mean, a rat snake or whatever, I get it because those aren't venomous. But fucking around with a rattlesnake, crazy as hell. My kid's got snakes though. He's got a couple pythons or boas or some shit. I don't know. I'm not a big snake fan. Okay, so there we go. At it. Always have to step back, look, take a look, take a look, take a look. Pull this off. Pull the foam out. Snug. Let's go see if she works. Look at that, y'all. It works. I got one more to do. Got one more to do out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I am going to run over here and I'm going to take me a break. So, uh, like, check this. I mean, this house is beautiful. It's a beautiful house, man. Good looking house. Got a lot. Like, look at the property. Sweet. But look at all them trees. See all them trees over there? That's all from this backyard that fell because of that ice. Look at this monster. Look at these monster houses. Look, freaking awesome, right? Those houses are sweet. So I'm gonna take a break. Let me put this down. Yeah, it only takes one toe to screw in the light bulb. That's for sure. I mean, we've uh we've established that. Nightbot's telling you how to smash that like button, y'all. Toe smoking, it's a bad habit. I know. Whatever. When I put this video up, I'll delete all that. I'll edit that out. Bad habit. I know. Who's all in here, man? I only see like 4 people chatting, man, and like 12 watching, man. So we got some lurkers. Big up to the lurkers because, you know, Topher Life lurks in people's chats all the time. There's a lot of times I don't say shit. I just kind of lurk. Watch. So shout out to my 8 or 9 or 7 lurkers out there. Topher Life loves you. Yeah, there you go. Guilty of smoking, yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I was waiting for people to go, oh, Toe, you shouldn't smoke. That's a nasty habit. But half the people that do that shit are the ones that are smoking weed on fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? I don't smoke weed, so I mean, what's the difference? You know what I mean? You're smoking weed on YouTube. I'm smoking a cigarette. They're both legal, pretty much. Actually, yours is more illegal than mine. I don't be smoking on them tweeds, man. Yeah, I was down. I was down to Brandon. I was just like a couple weeks ago. I was down to about a pack every 3 days, and now I'm back up to at least back up to a pack a day because I quit. I was wearing the patch and trying to quit, so it was working, but I didn't follow through and finish buying more patches. I should have bought more patches and kept going. I need to. I think I got a little stressed the last couple of weeks. Kind of made me start smoking up a storm again, but my stress level is starting to come down a little bit. Work's picking up. Things are picking up in life. So I think it'll be all right. Heather, are you still in here? Are you in here lurking? Jody, what up, homie? Right? There's a plumber looking for a house address. So in this house here, let me tell you a story about it. So in this house, so when he bought this house, because he lived in a smaller house, a lot smaller, a lot older than this house. Um, when he bought this house, I came in here and I replaced all the switches and plugs. I redid all the switches and plugs. Changed out a whole bunch of lights. He redid his whole kitchen. He remodeled his kitchen, but he hired a general contractor to do that. So I wasn't part of the electrical on his kitchen. The general contractor handled the electrical end of that deal. But I replaced all the other lights and fans throughout this house. And I'm starting to see everybody popping up videos and shit. You know, everybody dropped videos at 12 Central, 1 Eastern. Like that's a good time to drop videos. But so these people, even when they had their smaller house, they used to call me, and my father-in-law that gave me the business, my ex-father-in-law that gave me the business, I should say. Um, so they used to call us, so they're good customers of ours. They're cool people. They treat me like a friend and a family member instead of just some contractor guy that's putting up lights in their house. So they're pretty cool. Believe it or not, a lot of my returning customers are like that, man. They all treat me with respect and like I'm part of the family. You know what I mean? They don't treat me like I'm just some guy working on their stuff. That's why I kind of like doing this work. Yeah, that's why I kind of like doing this work. Is because they treat me like that. Most of the people that I encounter treat me with respect like that. I don't like to be treated like a slave. You know what I mean? Like people treat you like a slave and stuff. Let's see. better angle. You guys see that like that, or is this better? I can't see, but can you guys see that better or the other side? Somebody tell me. The first way I had the camera or this way right here? Is the sun right into the camera right now? I can't tell because the sun's like on me. So, hello, anybody in the chat? One. So the first one, glare. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. So that one's better right there. That's a little better right there. You ain't getting as much glare. Okay, yeah, because that's the best you're gonna get. Sorry, it's Texas. The sun is out. Heather, I'm glad I just see you in here. Uh, Call our brother and see where he's at. Why he ain't stopped in my chat. I go in every one of his chats on both his channels, and he can't even stop in my chat. Tell him what's up. Please, just call him and see what he's doing. More rain today. Arlap, you're gonna have to get you a boat to go to work. You're gonna have to buy you a boat just to get to work, Farlat. Yeah. And she fell. Okay. Oops. Okay, I gotta go get the other light. Okay. So this one's the bricks are a little bit more flat, so I ain't gonna try to put a bolt in this, a new screw in this one. I'll put the regular ones that came for that. They should suffice in this one, hopefully. Never good to hear electricians say, oops. Yeah, it is. Man, I drop everything. So I'm always dropping shit. So the guy that taught me everything, you know what he used to say when I drop stuff? I know I said this the last time. He called me fumbly fingered fuck. Okay. Now these wire nuts that were on there sucked ass. But this is only single wire. So this is the end of the line for these lights. This is there's only a single wire in here. So usually that tells you this is the end of the line. So here like that. Back in a little bit. And get the screws. They got a camera right there. That camera's probably picking me up, talking to you guys. Hopefully no one's monitoring that camera because they'll be like, well, who the hell is that guy talking to? Okay, here we go. So now we get to light. Tape. I do my tape. Ah, it's in my pocket. Well, I'm going to double this up, especially on this side of it. Here. Just take your piece of electrical tape. Like this. Here. Just put a piece of electrical tape on there just to hold it. Undo the ground. Like that. Out. Get ready. Like I said, put the ground on this screw here. What I do, that. Wire nut came off. Don't have to tighten it. Just snug it. Put the ground up. That wire nut came off. Put another white to the white, black to the black. Well, they got them. So they got them stripped a little bit too long for these wire nuts. So all I'm gonna do is snip off a little bit of the strip wire, like so. Put that on there like that. Tighten that. Pull it a little bit. Here we go. This one's stripped a little bit too much too. Okay, Heather, be right back. Snip a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on this live stream. But I'm going to take you guys the whole length of everything because there's a couple other lights out here that I got to do. I want to show you guys this backyard. That's my biggest thing. Because the rest of the lights are the same identical lights except for these other 4 lights, and I haven't even seen those yet to see if I'm going to have to do any kind of engineering to them, get them to work, or if they're going to just go right up, like these just go right up, or what I'm going to have to do because they're what do we call them? Coach lights, sort of, I guess. Hook this thing back up. And yes, there's enough sticking out. Barely. Got lucky to get my. Okay, got it started. That's all that matters. Okay. This one over here. What's up, Ghost Eagle? Step back, look at it. Make sure she's straight. Straight. Pull my tape, pull my plastic off. Like so. What's up, ABS? And like I said, I'll say it again for all you extra people that are here lurking. You do not have to crank a light bulb in. Please do not crank the light bulb in. Snug it. If it's an old light fixture, you may have to snug it in. But if it's a brand new light fixture, don't crank it. Just snug it. What's up, laptop? And there we are. She's lit. I'm cleaning up real quick this little area. I'll be right back, yo. So there's that. There's that. All right, y'all. About to go for a walk. I'm gonna take this stuff out here real quick, and then I'll bring you guys out. So just chill out for 1 minute. It won't even take me a minute. Okay, y'all. Y'all ready to ride with me? Well, check this out. So we're gonna go in the backyard, y'all. Wait till you see this backyard. This backyard is one of one of my favorites around here that I went to. Yeah. You come in. So over here, y'all can see that there's a half court basketball court right back there. There's a fire pit way, way back there past the basketball court. There's a fire pit. The basketball court's lighted and everything. Got a little kid friendly, little play area right here. Like I said, you got to remember this. We had that ice storm, so a lot of branches fell and broke. So they're still cleaning up. So it's still kind of, still kind of looks, but you can get the idea of what it usually looks like. I mean, it's pretty badass, honestly, with the basketball court. It's got adjustable rim, backboard, and all that. So then you come down here, and you have the seating area right here, and then you have that fireplace right there with a TV. Okay. So, like, build you a little fire right here, little seating area, blah, 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 blah. And you turn around behind it, and bam, you got the swimming pool with the waterfall and the jacuzzi tub all right there. And then you got, the back of the house, there's more seating and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty badass house. I love this house. And then you go down stages. Like there's another side yard. You see, they still got wood branches hanging out there. And it's all wood. I mean, there's wood and trails all back here. So there's trails. There's a walking trail that walks along here where you can just go take off walking and stuff. But yeah, this yard and this house is pretty nice, man. It's pretty badass. And then if you see where they came from, like the house that they had before this house, you'd be like, wow, like they upgraded, like double, triple upgraded. You test these, make sure they're all just like we did any other time. Take it around the dog. Take the neutral off. Is Desert Golden still in here? So goat, remember we were talking about the critters you find behind these lights, and I said about the geckos and stuff. If you're in here still, goat. What I find a lot behind these lights are the mud dauber wasps. The wasps that they take big cakes of mud, and then they that's their hive is this big. Call them mud daubers. Yeah, you're here. So that's what I find a lot behind these lights. Believe it or not, is the geckos and the mud daubers. Usually the mud daubers are alive, like this one right here. I'll pull this out. When I pull this bracket off, because I like to knock them out because they're always in there and they're always in your way for pushing the wire back. They're a little mess. So, but if you look, here, I'll take you up there and show you. See all that white in the back of the box back there? That's a mud dauber. What they do is mud. Yeah. See, I just take them out. All it is mud. Because what happens is, like I said, oops, dog's dish. Knocked the mud daubers in her dog's dish on accident. But yeah, the thing, when you go to put the wires, okay, as I was saying, so when you got all that mud in there, um, like this is a half of one that's broke open now because I knocked it out. See, they nest in there and whatever. Um, what? Today ain't Friday. What you talking about? Man, I ain't being a practicing Catholic for the next couple months. Just saying. Screw that. I'm eating meat. Wednesday. What's Wednesday got to do? No, actually, I've ran across some active, regular wasp nests and bees nests. Like and them red wasps. I don't like those. Those things are aggressive. I stay away from that stuff. But in a box like this, no, not really. I know, right? Boring. See why you got to do that, boring sandwich. See how you playing me? ABS. That's cool, bro. Thanks. For y'all that don't know, that's my sister. A boring Sam or Nettie's princess in the chat. That's my sister. That's why she's saying that. Okay. So we're just doing the same thing as before. Same ordeal. It's actually going to be pretty cut and dry. With that. Oh, this one don't have plastic. What's daisy? Yeah, see, I don't. Yeah, gotta put some plastic on here. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a second. I gotta put plastic. So, what are everybody else doing on Hump Day, Wednesday? Obviously, you 7 wonderful people that are watching my stream are watching me, right? What I think I'm gonna do is get this light up, and then I'm gonna go take a break and talk to you guys for a couple minutes, and then probably kill the live stream when I come back instead of just running it with all this repetitive lights. Sometimes you're gonna have 10 hands to do lighting. What's up? Let's go. Welcome in. We're just hanging some lights on the Hump Day. Crows are crowing over there in the trees. And get the wire nuts in there. Yeah. Guess what, y'all? I tried it and it didn't work. Gotta take it all back up down. Gotta put them longer screws in. It is what it is. Come on. Let's skip it. I actually might be able to do it without taking the all the way off. I might be able to do it without taking it all the way off. Yeah. So stick with me, y'all. You in, out. Let's go. Oh, 4 people. Somebody rolling out on my stream. Someone else must have went live. Let's see. Okay. What's up, y'all? How many minutes? We've been live for almost 2 hours. Holy crap. Okay. Yo. Shit. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna get this ball in. I know there's only 3 of you in here. Probably my die-harders, Heather, Barlap, ABS. We'll take a quick break, and I'll talk to you guys for a few. Let me set this straight. There we go. Shit, hell, I'll just take it off the tripod. Okay, I'm gonna take the tripod to the van anyway. Yeah, man, you're gonna get a glare because I'm walking through the sun and all that. But this house is pretty outstanding. I would love to live in this house, but I'd hate to have the payment of this house. Um, they probably pay more than I make a month. You know, like more than I actually make a month for just the payment on this house. I would just. They actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, they bought this house before Austin went crazy with their prices too, though. So they probably got a decent, really good deal on this house. Honestly, it's probably worth like 3 times what they paid for it right now in the market the way it is now. How badass it is. All right. Let me get the fan here. Get you guys in some shade. Get the glare off so I can see everything. There we go. Okay. Hello. Oh my God! Everybody dropped out. Yeah. Who's up in here watching? Anybody? Jeez, oh, Pete. One person watching. I don't think I've ever had that. 2 people watching. Jesus Christ. I feel bad now. I don't know, man. Where'd they go, bro? ABS. Oh, Jody's here. See, man, my boy Jody's sticking with me. So put my tripod down. Tripod that NC Tyra Hunter bought me for Christmas. Gave me a Christmas present. Bought me a tripod so I could film with it. I know you haven't, Jody, man. You always with me. You know, so I'm actually filming with my the phone that I use right now, which I told myself I was only going to use this phone right here to film or to do anything like YouTube filming only at night if it was because this phone's got a better night camera than my other phone. But this little cheap, my little cheap LG, this is the one that I usually, film with. Oh, this one actually has service on it too, believe it or not. Uh, so that's how I go live during the day on this phone. But it was dead when I got in the van today, so I got to plug it in and charge it up. I got 3 phones, dude. Look, I carry 3 phones. The phone that I'm on, that I'm live streaming on, this phone, which this one has service. Shut up, stupid. So this one has service. And then I have this phone here. This is my old phone and this one, I keep this around for my contacts because there's a lot of contacts that didn't transfer over to this new phone. So when someone texts me or something, because people just text me and be like, hey, Jim, remember we talked 6 months ago? Blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, who the hell is that? So I'll type it in over here and see my conversation on this phone when I had this phone, when this phone was a working phone. But this one could still film if I wanted it to, but the camera's all fucked up. That's why I got a new one. Look at that camera. It's broke and shit. But it still actually has a decent picture. So I could still film with this phone if I wanted to, but yeah, junk, 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 junk. Do I got an avatar? Oh, where's my avatar at? Why don't I have an avatar? Ah, there it is. And this is the first time I've ever did StreamYards mobile. So like I could actually have a panel right now. Like I could bring people up and have people talking to me up here on panel right now. But I mean, I didn't want to do that. So this is the first time I ever used StreamYards. on a mobile. I've got on one. I got on one panel. I think mobile. No, maybe two. I've got on. I got on AJ's panel when I was mobile in Toledo, I think, and I've been on Caucasian Sasquatch mobile. But usually I'm on my PC when I do that shit, man. It's too hard to do it on the phone, man. And if you hit the wrong button, you kick yourself out. That's what I was having trouble with starting this live stream. I was having trouble. What's up, .com, man? It's been a while, man. I've seen you in other people's chats, man, but I ain't seen you over this way. How you been, man? Yeah, so when I started, yeah. So when I started this stream, dude, I was having trouble. I kept kicking myself back out, and I'm like, oh shit. And I could hear, like, even when I was playing my intro, that intro, I could hear the intro playing on my phone, but I wasn't on the screen. I was back to my home screen. I'm going, oh shit, where's this freaking StreamYards? I'm live right now, and oh man, it's 80 degrees here. .com, fucking 80 and sunny, bro. You can see the glare. You can see the glare from the sun, man. Look at my hand. Look how bright it gets because of the sun. But yeah, dude, ABS, I was hitting. What's up, fucker? I was hitting all kinds of fucking stupid ass buttons, dude, on the StreamYards, dude, kicking myself out, and I was live. I was like, holy shit, dude, I'm fucking live, man. Like, my live's gonna start, and all you're gonna see is nothing because I'm not even there. I couldn't fucking find it, so that's why I don't like doing this shit. That's why I don't like doing this shit on mobile. I'd rather do this shit fucking on my PC. But I got to figure out how. So maybe something to talk to you guys about later, ABS. So that YouTube sharing, that new sharing thing they got, share your live or whatever. So does that mean I can go live on Toe for Life and go live on my Light Up Your Life channel? Kind of like Restream. Can I use it like Restream? Or because that's the only reason why I did the StreamYard shit, is because I wanted both channels to be live at the same time. Because I don't have a whole lot of subscribers over there on, Light Up Your Life. So trying to get the subscribers that want to watch my electrical content to watch it. Try to get my subscribers to watch that come over here to Toe for Life that are into that kind of construction and want to construction stuff and want to watch like construction stuff. They'll, if they see me live here. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought you were pretty nifty when it came to computers. I didn't know if you were. If you weren't. I didn't know if you knew how that YouTube thing worked. It's a new thing feature with YouTube, but I don't know how it works. Like, because I would rather, when I'm mobile like this, I'd rather just go YouTube live. Look, motherfuckers got Mercedes Benzes and shit around here, driving around Mercedes Benzes. They driving Mercedes Benzes. I'm driving a 2004 Chevy van with fucking 520,000 miles on it. 520,000 miles. Think about that. Over 500,000. Oh shit. Sorry, I don't know if that did anything, but I was looking at my notifications. Yeah, what does that mean though? Dude, I sat at like 200 and I sat at like 200 subs, man, for months and months and months and months. But I could go into any 1A auditor's live stream, dude, and Everybody knew me, and even the 1A auditor or cop watcher knew who I was. But I sat at 200 subscribers that whole time, and I was putting videos out. I was live streaming 3 nights a week. Me and Road Dogg, it took us 6 or 7 months to just get 500 subscribers on the Road and Toe Show. But every video we had on the Road and Toe Show, we had 250 views. After the live ended and all that, we'd have 250 views. But it took us 6 months to get to 500 subscribers on the Road and Toe Show. People just don't hit the subscribe button no more. I don't know why. I guess they just go off of recommendations and they watch on recommendations. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Not a problem.com. Anytime. Yeah, people come to me all the time about live streaming and doing panels and StreamYards and stuff like that. Like people that are new to StreamYards. Like I'll get people coming, getting a hold of me, contacting me about StreamYards. They'll be like, hey, can you help me with StreamYards? I want to do a live panel. I've never done StreamYards. Can you help me? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm okay with it. What's up, Recycle Halloween? Um, I'm okay with StreamYards. I'm not the greatest. There's people out there running StreamYards and OBS together and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I guess I got some time under my belt when it comes to panels, like having panels. I ain't got time like singing hippie or wandering hippie or hippie auditor, whatever you want to call him. One of those 3 names. I ain't got shit time like he's got. He does 12 hours live stream, 12-hour panels and shit. 12, 13, 14-hour panels. At the beginning, I was doing with World Citizen News. Yeah. I was fucking with OBS last night, and then I uninstalled it again. I was like, fuck that shit. I was messing with it, and I was watching videos, still trying to figure it out, dude, and it pissed me off, and I was like, screw that. But when I was doing live streams with World Citizen News, we were doing some 6, 7. We got a couple 6, 7 hour live streams, I think. That's like the most. What up? But when I went to the Road and Toe Show, me and Road Dogg, we finally we made a cap at 2 hours. He's like, we're only gonna have these panels for. Yeah, I see that. I knew that was you, laptop. That's why I said it. But um, that's why we had those. That's why we made a cap at 2 hours on the Road and Toe Show, because it was just, man, any more than 2 hours, man, you just start losing people. You lose what people watching. Whatever topic you brought up and you talked about that night. You know what I mean? Like you've done already. By the time 2 hours would run up, you beat that. You beat that as a dead horse. And what I found to usually happen, like when we were on the Road and Toe Show, we'd have a topic and we'd go for about an hour, maybe a little over an hour on that topic, and then it's like beating a dead horse, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't. How many times can you say, things about what's going on? What is my handle on Bow? It's Toe for Life. Yeah, that's the name I come under, Toe for Life on Bow's channel. Yeah, it'll look like this here. I'll bring up my avatar. It look like that when I come into class with Bows, Dirty Dog. It looks like that. Dude, I don't worry about people doxing me, man. I don't I don't do shit. I ain't got you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't worry about nobody doxing me. not, not much, man. I was just working, man, doing some work, putting in some work. I've been live for like 2 hours almost, so I was getting ready to kill this. Just talking to a few people that's left in here, chatting. See, I wasn't ABS. I wasn't in the chat rooms in the '90s, man. In the '90s, I was raising my kids, man. So I was driving a fucking tow truck 70, 80 hours a fucking week just to make ends meet, and raise three boys. I mean, two that live with me and one that, lived with his mother, but I was raising kids in the '90s, man. I didn't have fucking time for chat rooms. Yeah. Yeah. I run my own business, Dirty Dog. I run my own business. I'm an electrician. I know it throws you off, tow for life, but I'm an electrician. But I used to drive a tow truck. I drove tow truck for 22 years in Ohio. And then I moved down to Texas and learned how to do electrical and kind of got in the guy that taught me how to do electrical. I'll run you through the quick story, quick synopsis. The guy that taught me how to do electrical is my ex-father-in-law. Um, he had his own business, and pretty much he taught me how to do electrical and groomed me to take over his business for when he retired. And he retired and gave me the business. That simple. But my passion is driving a tow truck. If there was any money in it, the only money in driving a tow truck is if you own your own truck. Really. And yeah, that's true. I am 10 years older than you, but uh it does all right, man. I do all right, Dirty Dog. I mean, it's ups and downs. Um, but I don't do too bad. I mean, I make a living. That's all I care about, man. I ain't trying to make $1 million, bro. As long as I make a living and I'm comfortable, if I see something I want to buy that, ain't extravagant, like this house I'm working on, like I'll never be able to afford something like this, but you know, as long as I see something, if there's something I see I want to buy and it's not crazy money, and I got the cash to buy it, I'm happy. And I got food on my table. If I feel like I want to stop at a restaurant and get something to eat, I can do that. I don't have to go, oh shit, I can't this week. So ever do like a roof drain? No, yeah, right. I could probably do that too, ABS. All right, Lucky. We'll talk to you, brother. But yeah, so it doesn't do too bad, man. And down here in Texas, man, and I had a business, or you know what I mean? Like he gave me the business, so there was already clientele established. And I don't do any kind of advertisement. It's all word of mouth. Everything I do is word of mouth. I do a good job and a decent job and at a good price for this person, and then I tell five other friends, and then I do work for those five other friends, and then they tell five. Each one of those five tell another five, so it just goes on and on. Yeah, one of my sons knows how to do it. He's helped me a lot, and he also worked with my ex father in law, for some time too. So he knows a lot, but he doesn't do it as a job. He actually drives. He drives and delivers Amazon. And my other son, he could change a couple outlets and a couple switches, little minor shit like that. But and he works at Walmart. And then my oldest son, he works he lives up in Ohio. He works in a factory up there. So, but all my kids, see, that's another thing is like my kids might not be highly educated, went to college and all that, but at least all three of my kids work. Uh, my two boys don't have girlfriends, or they don't have regular everyday girlfriends and any kids. But my oldest son, he has two kids and a wife, and he goes to work every day, takes care of his family. None of them are on drugs. None of them even smoke weed. So none of them are on drugs. And two of them, they'll drink every now and then, but it's, they're casual drinkers, just every once in a great while. So what more could you ask for, I guess, as a parent? You know what I mean? Like I had a parent tell me, I actually had somebody tell me one time, this was a while back, that I was a piece of shit parent because my kids didn't go to college. That I should have forced my kids to go to college and all this shit. I'm just like, man, get the fuck out of here. I'd like to find that person again that told me that. I'd like to find them now. Their kids probably went to college and they're probably strung out on drugs on the street. Um, Tankless are all right. The electric tankless suck because if you don't have the power, some of those electric tankless, so they have a lot of them have three heating elements in them, and so that means you got to run three sources of power over there, three big wire sources of power. And if your panel doesn't have the space and you don't have the service for that, you know what I mean, like a big service. Yeah, thanks. Um, so if you don't have a big service and you don't, you know what I mean, like you can get yourself in a bind. Now, if you got gas, I mean, gas is great. Gas tankless is great. I don't know about a great job, Dirty Dog, but I think I did a pretty good job for what I had. You know what I mean? I busted my ass, dude. I I lived paycheck to paycheck when my kids were coming up. But my kids never wanted for nothing. They always had good clothes. They always had good shoes. You know what I'm saying? They always had real good Christmases, good birthdays and all that shit. But I lived paycheck to paycheck and month to month, on my rent. I was rushing to pay the rent or the mortgage because back then I owned a house back then, but I lost it in the '90s during that crash. That big foreclosure crash and all that shit. Whatever they called it, I don't know what they called it back then. Yeah, I got good relationships with my kids, man. I can say that. My youngest is 20, he's 24, he'll be 25. And I got I got awesome relationships with my children. My boys are great. They talk to me all the time. You know what I mean? They know they can tell me anything. They know I'll try to answer everything. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. I think I did a halfway decent job. Like I said, just because they didn't go to college and they're not fucking doctors and everything, man. They're upstanding citizens. I mean, they don't break the law. They don't fucking do drugs. They don't, and they work every day. They buy their own shit. Yeah, once in a lifetime crashes. Yeah, Yeah, back in the 90s, I lost my house to foreclosure. And that's when I came to the realization that was the day when I lost it, the final day that I lost it after, out the door or whatever. That's when I finally realized I was like, I'll never buy another house again. It's stupid. Whether you buy or whether you rent, you making somebody rich and you never own it. You never own it. Even if you pay that bitch off or even if you pay cash for it, you never own it because you're always paying property taxes. And if you don't pay your property taxes, they can come and take your fucking property. So you never own it. So fuck that, dude. I'll rent. I'll rent. And if my roof goes bad, I call a landlord. My fucking furnace goes bad, I call a landlord. I ain't got to buy that shit. I ain't got to pay for that shit. I ain't got to do that. None of that. That's the way I live. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Fuck buying a house. Only way I'm buying a house is if it gets given to me or it's cheap enough, like real, real cheap, and I got that kind of cash laying around. That would be the only way I'd buy it. And it would, you know what I mean? Like it was like a stellar deal, like, a couple $1,000s or something. Right. So I mean, it's kind of foolish to buy a house because people, yeah, it's funny, people they go buy a house and they're like, I own my own house. I'm like, do you really? Because you went to the realtor. The people that were selling that house, they were asking $150,000 for the house. Let's just say, or 100,000. Let's make it an even number. They're asking $100,000. You give them 100,000. You say you'll give them $100,000. You go to your mortgage company. Your mortgage company gives them $100,000. Your mortgage company charges you, by the time it's all done in 30 years, $350,000 for $100,000 house, and you don't own it. Yeah, if the roof goes bad, you got to fix it. If the fuck furnace goes bad, you got to fix it. Yeah, all that, but you missed two payments, three payments, four payments, and you don't own it no more. Bye bye. And then if you do make it to paying it off or you pay cash for it, like I said, you miss, five, six fucking tax payments, land tax payments, property tax payments. And guess what? You ain't gonna own that bitch no more. So fuck that shit. I'll let someone else worry about that. Corrupt. You're right, man. Corrupt for sure. That's one tax that I definitely don't believe in is property tax. Because, like I said, man, after you pay a mortgage or you pay cash for a house or something like that, it should be yours, man. That should be your shit. Like, you shouldn't have to pay someone every fucking month for property taxes. That should be your shit. I understand paying for like if you live in a city and they come and they take your garbage away, or if your sewer or that shit. I get it. I get that. You know what I mean? Because like the city, whatever they're paying for that or whatever. I guess if you look at it like you pay taxes already, but if you're not paying property taxes, then I get paying for that shit. You know what I mean? But if I don't pay for my fucking if I don't pay for my water, you shut my water off. If I don't pay for my fucking garbage to be collected, then you quit collecting my garbage, right? That's how that should be. But yeah, yeah, you ought to see this high school football stadium they just built a couple years back, man, over in the next town, next city south of here, in between here and Austin. It's called Pflugerville. Yeah, I know it's like Pflugerville, but the fucking Pflugerville High School just built a stadium, man, a couple years back, dude. That motherfucker rivals any college stadium, man. Like it looks like it almost looks like a professional football stadium. It's just a little bit smaller than that, man. This fucking thing is massive, dude. Massive. And I'm sure they paid way more than that to build it. Trust me. Yeah, I know you have Midwest. But hey, yo, guys, man, I got to get back to work. I'm not gonna live stream no more of the work, man. I'm just gonna get back at it so I can get shit done and get out of here, get my money, and get the fuck out. You understand? So I'm about to kill this live stream, man. Um, thanks guys for coming in, man. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And you know the deal. Trying to find. Boy, this is a lot easier on my computer, I tell you.
This shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Man, did that fucking lag, guys? Before I end this, did that lag? Hang on, I gotta get back to the comments. Real quick, anybody that's left, did that lag real bad? Because it lagged on my end, but that's what I get for being on a phone. No, nobody. Probably lagging my fucking. Oh, sounded good. Okay, cool. All right, y'all, man. I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get to work, man. But you know me. Um, I am Toe for life. Also, light up your life. And I'm out this bitch. Toodles, y'all. Jody Noodles.